Hello, everybody. If this is your first time watching us, we are Paige and Dom, and we are quitting our jobs to travel for a full year. Come along with us today as you see what a day in preparation looks like for a year-long trip.
Shopping day.
It's shopping. It is shopping day.
I love shopping day.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Paige's first day of unemployment, and that is a huge achievement for her because now we're both jobless, unemployed, broke, and about to be homeless.
Come with us for shopping day. We're gonna go to REI, Old Navy for returns, Home Depot.
So, like the dumb broke idiots that we are, and we have no idea what we're doing, but we're going to do what we think is a productive day of travel preparation for our year-long trip. Part of our process of travel preparation is unpacking and unloading Paige's apartment. You can see in the back seat, we already put some work in this morning. Step one of the day, loading up all the boxes, doing some donations, dropping everything off, putting away in storage, underway.
Woo! We have our first stop. REI.
You took a bite out, baby, in the middle. I do believe that you came up rough. I thought I was only trying to be gentle.
We just had a huge breakthrough for our trip. Tell me what you just said. Tell the world what you just said.
So I was looking at Claire and Peter's packing list because Claire put together a really nice list. We're just following in their footsteps, basically in their life. And I think I have everything I need.
Woohoo! I never thought I would have heard that one.
I found some flip-flops that I'm gonna order online in my size, and I got, wait, hold on, some Hello Kitty bags. They're long packing cubes. I'm gonna try those out.
So at this moment, nothing knocked off the original list, but we got time.
No, we did the returns. I made money actually today. First day unemployed, made money. So,
You're gonna struggle with our budget.
shopping day is complete. I don't know. Everyone leave a comment and tell me what they think of the bandana. From this angle, I don't think I like it, but I'm trying to be a traveler. Maybe I have to do the hair like this or something.
I like it. I'm pro bandana.
Shopping day is complete. We've only bought three things. He got shoes. I got 2 bins and some packing cubes. But there's more shopping to be done online. I'm gonna get a pair of sneakers and maybe 1 or 2 more clothing bins and socks, underwear. There was something else. Oh, flip-flops. So now we have to figure out how all of this is going to fit in our backpacks. That's the next challenge.
So we finished up our shopping day. I dropped Paige back off at her apartment, and now I'm going to dig into my to-do list that I made for myself. I do this kind of routinely in terms of what do I want to do for brainstorming videos? What do I need to edit? What do I want to get out? What do I want to get scheduled? And it kind of just helps keep me on track. It's very basic, it's very bare bones, but my to-do list for today, and I'll kind of run through and give updates as I'm doing each thing, is I want to edit this video actually that I'm making, the first half of this video, the shopping part that you'll see probably this in the second half of the video. So I want to do some editing and start that process. I'm going away with my family. This is the week before we leave for our trip, so I'm heading to Saratoga to spend some time with my family. So I just want to get some YouTube shorts uploaded and scheduled, just so when I am away, I don't really have to worry about doing anything with YouTube, and I can kind of keep myself consistent in terms of the uploading. I also need to do some research on South Korea and the Philippines. We have our Japan, which is our first country that we're leaving or that we're going to once we leave the US. We have majority, probably 90% of that booked, ready to go. Again, kind of leaving it open ended. So all we really have booked is accommodation and then kind of just doing what we want to do in Japan. But next up is going to be South Korea and the Philippines, so kind of just doing some research. I have an idea of what I want to see. We'll kind of get into that once we get to that portion of the video. And then I've been trying to learn a little bit of Japanese as well, just because that's our first one we're going to be at. The last thing in Japan that I need to book is the accommodation in Fukuoka, which is going to be our last portion of that trip before we take a ferry over to Busan, South Korea. So we just need to get some accommodation booked, make sure we're staying within our budgets, all that fun stuff. So right now I'm actually just chopping up some of the raw footage from this video. Basically just putting it online, kind of making a story out of it, and throwing in some music, some text, some context, and then kind of just doing what I like to call kind of like the first cut of the video, where it's basically just like doing like, call it the rough draft of an essay or something like that, where you're just kind of cutting it, cleaning it up, cutting out stuff that doesn't need to be in it, or just kind of cleaning up loose ends a little bit. And then once I get through the second pass, it kind of gets more polished, a little bit more complete. And that's what will look a little bit closer to what we are uploading. And then once I kind of got through that rough draft, the second thing I had on my list was to get some short form content, to pull some short form content out of some of our previous videos. Right now, I'm looking at our video, We Quit Our Jobs, Travel for a Year. And I'm just pulling out some here and there, some stuff that kind of coherent. One of the more tricky parts about it is you can see that obviously when we film it horizontal for YouTube, it's that 16:9 ratio. I don't know if you can see the computer, but it's that 16:9 ratio. All shorts obviously have to be either that 1:1 or 9:16 ratio. So you have to kind of adjust it. I don't know if you can see that. If you can, great. If not, that's all right. But you kind of just have to like play around with it and adjust it and just kind of make sure that when you do that zoom out or you have your specific clip that you want selected, that it still kind of fits, it still looks nice. Obviously the borders are not ideal, but it's kind of what you have to do when you're an extremely low budget YouTube channel, and this is kind of all you have. You don't have people that you can hire. You gotta kind of do it all yourself. So yeah, so this is kind of just like the process that I would go to see a lot of the shorts that you see on our channel, where it's just like that clip from one of our long form videos that gets turned into a short. And next up, I want to do a little bit of research on South Korea and the Philippines. So I just know for South Korea, our method of getting there is we're taking a ferry from Fukuoka to Busan. We already have that booked. So obviously our plan is to stay probably 10 to 14 days in South Korea, week and a half, 2 weeks. And then we're going to stay obviously a couple days in Busan because that's where we're going. It seems like it's kind of like that coastal town, really cool, relaxed vibe. And then we definitely want to make our way up to Seoul, one, because that's where we're probably going to fly out of to get to Philippines. So we'll probably end our trip there. And it's also just the capital city, vibrant, just everything going on there, kind of from the research I've done and what I've seen and videos I've watched. And then now it's just like, if we want to do 3 days in Busan, 3 days in Seoul, we want to stay there for 10 to 14 days. Where can we go in the meantime? So there are some cities. We have some creators that we like to look at. Lisa and Josh are kind of just two people that kind of got me into this. So I like to watch a lot of their videos too. But it's basically just some research. It's almost as simple as like a Google search for us. It's like, what's a cool city in South Korea? And you have Gyeongju, which kind of like is described as more traditional architecture, kind of a more historic place. Incheon, which I think is closer to Seoul. It kind of seems like, so it talks about featuring like an old Chinatown, old temples. Again, easy day trip right next to Seoul. Our favorite stuff is food, so I might even just type in something of what is the best city to visit for. Jeonju is universally recognized as the food capital of South Korea. So that place is probably gonna make the cut because that's one of our favorite things. We love food. We love trying new food, seeing new things. So just some research, and then I have a whole document. Paige and I have a whole document of just listing these things of like kind of like what we're planning for each country, kind of as we go. So that's kind of how we planned. That's actually exactly how we planned Japan. And that's we're gonna kind of see how it goes for the first two or three countries. If there's adjustments we need to make, or if we're maybe a little too dialed in that we don't have as much flexibility as we want, or vice versa, we probably want a little bit more of a structured plan. We're gonna just feel it out as we go. But this is kind of how we've been planning our first few countries at least, and we'll see how it goes. And then I did say also on the list, number 4 was learn some Japanese phrases. I've been trying to do my 5 minutes a day in Duolingo. I have some little bit of phrases down. Not gonna be nowhere near fluent, but the idea is to just be able to like say please, thank you, hello, how much. Very very common phrases that you need for travel. So I'm trying with that. We'll see how it keeps going, but it's a work in progress for sure. It's a work in progress. Here's a lesson if you can see it. Please give me sushi, a phrase that I plan to be using a lot when we're there. So, and then it's getting kind of late. So, like the last thing I want to do today is at least browse for some accommodation in Fukuoka. If you want to see how we do this and how we budget our price and everything, we have a video that we posted. I think it was last week talking about our budget and our plans for accommodation and how we're kind of building out and finding those accommodations. It's a pretty simple way that we're doing it. I'm sure it'll evolve as we kind of learn more and more, but it's basically just looking on Airbnb or through our credit card apps and kind of just finding the best deal possible for a hotel. But that'll probably be the last thing I do for the day, and then we'll kind of just wake up tomorrow, keep churning away at that list, and kind of keep working until it's time to go. But yeah, so that's kind of what a typical day is look like in terms of a day of planning for our trip, and it's getting closer and closer. A week away, a couple weeks away from leaving for good. So we're getting pretty excited, a little nervous too, but that's all the good fun of it. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and then subscribe for some more. Thanks.